So I let it sit long enough while it was installing, and don't freak out if this happens. It's just kind of like the screensaver. You press enter, type in your password, and you're back to it. And it looks like everything is all installed. So, how do we test it? Well, the best thing to do is just see if we can if we can launch ROS core, which is kind of like our core service for a ROS system. We can't, duh. Yep, rookie mistake apparently. So why can't we find ROS core? Well, it's because we still haven't finished setting things up. Actually, we have to set up our environment. So before we can start running our ROS stuff, we have to let our terminal environment know that we want to be able to use ROS functions. And to do that, we actually have to add this line to our .bashrc file. And we can do that with this. So I'm going to enter that in. What is our bashrc file? Well, it's a file that runs every time we open up a new terminal. So this is what our bashrc file looks like. Actually, so it's setting up a bunch of stuff for our environment, and you see at the very bottom we've got this command that runs this source opt ROS melodic setup bash. So it's causing the setup.bash file to run, and that kind of helps set up our ROS environment every time we set up a new terminal. So I'm going to just get out of this with Control X. And to view that file, I went nano.bashrc, which is just like the default root of your file system. Now, I would be careful modifying that file. You want to make sure that you don't delete something that you might need. So be very careful modifying that file. Anyways, so the next thing we need to do is source bash rc. So have it run again just to actually register that command. And now, we don't want to do this. This is if you want to set up the environment each time, but we don't want to do this. We did this top part, and this will always set it up automatically. So there's more things that we can install. Those aren't quite important for us right now. So now let's try and run ROS core. And there we go. We've got ROS core is booted up and ready to rock and roll. Yeah, so I would say that's enough to validate that we're where we need to be.